Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, July 8th, and it's 1:51 p.m. Eastern Time, so it's just a couple hours before the market close. This is our website. Sometimes people ask, where do I get the Autotrader, where do I find more information? So just go to bluewavetrading.com. This is our website. I traded my Combine account today on 2 accounts and had really fantastic results. I'm going to show that in just a moment. But first I wanted to show what our indicators look like in NT8. What we've done is we've added just a little text to our trademark arrow with the price, and we've added the text sell at or buy at. So the indicator looks kind of like a trading system, but do know that this is manual. But these are our awesome BWT precision trend indicator in NT8. It's now available. I've decided to roll back the price of the indicators to $9.95. So yeah, the NT8 Autotrader is coming along. Expect to have it within a couple of months. Okay, so I traded my Leeloo Combine today on 2 charts, and this is that same E-mini S&P 4 Renko, and there were 2 winners with fixed targets right here, and we hit our goal of, I think the goal is 600. So we actually had positive slippage today, and note the yellow border on the chart means it was traded live. And so this chart has had it's on a fantastic winning streak. I turned this on before I went to bed. It traded at the open overnight here, and when I got up this morning I checked my trades. Now the simple moving average filter, this dark blue line here, this is enabled here in the Autotrader right here, and it's an SMA 20, and this was key today because it kept me out of this short trade. This would have been a losing trade here. It just didn't go that far, only a couple of bars. This would have been a loser, but the moving average filter is very effective in small time frames because there's really, the lag is actually works to your benefit, or there is really no lag. So this, had it traded earlier, it would have filtered out this trade, and it would have filtered out this trade if it would have went short up here. These would have been winning trades. It would have filtered out this trade here. This would have not been a short. And so this SMA 20 is quite effective as a filter, and there's good action off the open. So this has been working very well, this template working very, very well. Do know that if you purchase the Autotrader, I will share these templates with any BWT client. So they're all here. I'm going to just go over the settings real quick. And the trade management is fixed targets, and that's working out pretty good. The other thing that's really cool here is trailing by the volatility stop. And I was going to make a video, do a critique of Trader Jim's son's setting, and I think he would be better off doing something like this instead of, trailing, using a break even or trailing by 10 ticks. He would need to go a little bit higher in the sensitivity to make sure that the trailing stops are not so close to the bars. So I think he'd go a little higher in sensitivity and then set up a trailing stop. The worst that's going to happen here is if I were to get stopped out on this trade, it would be right here at the volatility stop. So it would only be a 1.5 would be your loss here. So really you're only risking about 6 or 7 ticks at the most on a trade like this. That's one reason this strategy is working so great. And on all the trades I've seen from this, I think I could raise the targets here. Instead of fixed targets, I could just kind of make this a runner and perhaps use the BWT precision trend exit, which would exit or set the volatility stop as an exit, and it would exit right here. So this template may not be the best it can be. Okay, so I ran this chart as well. This is a 250 tick line break chart, and this is 5 line breaks, but on the template I have it set at 2 line breaks. The goal here is 650 and the loss limit's 575, so we did have some slippage here. I wanted to bring over a 100 tick chart and just kind of show so that you can see how the line break bars react and have drawdowns. Well, not drawdowns, but what it looks like on the chart. You can kind of compare here. So this is the low of this little dip here, and then here's our entry right here. So on the lower chart, it's like right here, and then on the upper chart, you know, as I go from bar to bar, you can see how the line breaks form, and you can see the little retracements and so forth. So when we got to our target, you can kind of see the market went as high as here on this bar. You can see the cursor on both charts, and then it pulled back here, and this is why we got slippage. This was some very fast action right here, about 5 seconds worth. So this kind of an exercise you should do on Renko bars or Heikin-Ashi bars so that you understand how the bars form and where the retracements, you know, actually go, what actually happens in the market versus the way the bars form. This chart I've been watching for a good while now, and this is just incredible. Again, these trades here, the Autotrader would have taken these short trades, but they were filtered out by the simple moving average, and on this one I only have it set at 14, so a little bit different. So, you know, had this continued to trade, it would have filtered out this trade, this trade, this trade, and then here, if it again, if it kept trading, it would have filtered out longs here, it would have caught this short. Same here, this big run. And so it appears from watching this that there's more to go, especially off the open. There seems to be a good burst of price action. This starts trading. I staggered it by one, well, not this one here. This, no, that's the session open filter setting. No, yeah, I start trading at 9:31 because very often there's a little bit of noise at the open. Not that this would have been detrimental. In other words, if I would have entered here, this trade would have got, no, it wouldn't have gotten stopped out because I have a different money management here. I'm not trailing by the volatility stop because this is a little bit larger time frame. So I actually wouldn't have gotten stopped out here, but I wouldn't have gone short because of the moving average filter. So this would have worked out okay, but because I started at 9:31, I entered here. Okay, so here's the stats from my Leeloo account. I only need $3,000 to qualify for the Combine, so I'm 2/3 of the way there. And had it not been for yesterday where I traded semi-discretion with the Autotrader, I ran the Autotrader and I had a bunch of scalp trades, so this kind of skewed my results. And so what I've discovered is I cannot trade better than the Autotrader. With all that I know and all my experience, I really cannot trade better than the Autotrader. The Autotrader beats my manual trading or my collaborative semi-discretionary trading with the Autotrader. The Autotrader by itself beats it every time, and the reason for that is because emotions and wrong guessing of market conditions get in the way. You know, the knee-jerk reaction to want to get out of a trade as soon as it goes against you instead of riding through, you know, the very normal vibrations in the market, you know, pullbacks and so forth. So yeah, I'm just $1,000 away from qualifying for the Combine. I'm still at 60% winners, but this would be much better had I not had that one day where I traded with the Autotrader, and my average trades would be better as well, and so forth. But still, the numbers here are respectable. I've got a couple of really good templates going here. Here's that 500 tick template that I've been showing the last week and the last couple of days. This is the one with the trail stop at 100 bars, which I said, I was going to change, but I didn't. This is using the open range filter. It has a goal of 750, and this hit its goal with no slippage. So there was a loser here, and this drew down about $250, but it recovered from this. This also starts trading at 9:31. It recovered with these two trades here. This worked out really, really well. This is another template that's just been doing fantastic. Okay, here's another really great template on Super Renko 8 tick. Another great example using the open range filter. This has a goal of 550, trading 2 contracts, and again trailing at 100 bars, but that's not going to come into play. I think on this I had a $1,000 goal. So 100 ticks times 2 contracts would be a $1,000 goal, and certainly it would have hit that if I had that target. It would have went up here, but this hit its goal in short order. The trade was taken at 9:31 and was exited at 9:33 or 34. So in 3 minutes this hit its goal right off the open, and the open range filter kept it from going short here. Oh, and this one I have checked longs only, so that's why we did not go short here. We could have had potential losing trades here with the open range filter. But there is a way to avoid this. I can make the open range wider. In other words, I could make it, say, from 10,574 to as low as 68. So I could make it, say, 8 or 10 points wide, and it wouldn't take the trade until it got out of the box here. There are ways to avoid this. I can also tell the Autotrader to exit at the bottom or the top of the open range. Now here that would have not played out well because I would have been stopped out and had to re-enter again. So the open range filter is quite effective. So to recap, I am firmly convinced that humans cannot do better than the Autotrader unless you're a really great trader and can read the market and keep your discipline. Even Trader Jim relies on the Autotrader to help him execute his plan. He plans his trade and trades his plan. So the Autotrader can definitely help you do that. It's these pullbacks and vibrations that get to most of us. We just don't want to see the trade go against us, and it's just human nature to want to get out. The market's going against us. Oh my God. So the Autotrader helps you to sit through this kind of action, but you still have to have discipline to not interfere. And that's what I'm finding out. So now more than ever do I really support that the Autotrader can help any trader achieve their goals. I'm pretty certain I'm going to qualify for this combine just letting the Autotrader trade. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.